Sorry, moving the mic. There we go. All right. All right. Hopefully that works. Hello, Edward. Well, hello. You are so quick, Jesus. Like hit the button and you're like, ow! Well, unless you're just waiting, but good evening. Hello, Trommler. You are here. Michael just showed up too, so, well, garage door just open. Monster Hunter Night. Yeah, I finally finished all the stuff that I needed for the promo, and the because of that, I wasn't able to start some of the like thought deep delves onto the Applejack video yet. So I don't want to just do all the thinking thoughts during stream. I want to try to get the idea figured out first, and then do that. So instead, we're going to work on the Monster Hunter while I do that for next Friday. That was my goal after the Applejack videos done, is to finish the Rathalos one anyway, so we'll just do a little bit now. I'm like, with Discord, what do I want to show here? It's so peaceful. I love stuff like that. That's why I had to set it up that way. Plus, it allowed me to reuse. Oops, sorry. It allowed me to reuse some stuff a little bit. So, because that was made years ago, well before I used it for this, for other things. No ad for Raid Shadow Legends. No, we're not doing any of that. Leftovers. No, I wish I could just say no Raid Shadow Legends. Though, let me swap shit to here though. From what I've heard though, people don't like the fact that Raid Shadow Legends is so like heavy on sponsorships, but apparently, depending on the person, I have it set up. The audio is different. Hold on a sec. That they actually apparently pay pretty good on some of that stuff. I need to swap audio. Hopefully I didn't break anything. Okay. Now I can hear it. Here the game pretty much plays itself. There's a problem with mobile games where what you see in a lot of those advertisements isn't what the game is. So they try to make it look fancy and then it's not, and then it's a lot of it playing itself, which is not a bad thing. I like some of the games where it gives you options to go back and forth, but yeah, I don't like the ones where that's all it does. Well, hello, Cat. Surprise raid. Oh no. Well, how was Cat doing? But no, I was watching one person were talking about Raid Shadow Legends stuff, and they were saying that they had come to that specific person offering so much money compared to a normal sponsor that like a bunch of projects that they had thought they wouldn't be able to pay for, they could. And was it worth the backlash? They're not sure, because it was taken very negatively that they did. They only did it the one time, but they said that they offered so much to pay so much that it just worked out. So their advertising campaign, it's all the reasons that you keep seeing it are all the reasons that nobody wants to see it. So it's stupid. I'm so much fun rating people. I have to remember to do that more often. I need to find a couple more people to follow that are have related content so that I can have more options. Otherwise, let's take recommendations from you guys. Mobile game ads are a unique art form. I was watching a thing where they were talking about like how the psychology of that works, and like they say, like if you've ever seen the ads for the mobile games where it's like it has like a bunch of different things and you pull the little thing and it makes the thing happen, and it's like, what would you choose? And it's always like pulling these pins in a certain order. You see this for games that have nothing to do with an actual pulling of pins, because the like research has shown that it is that type of game that people are wanting, but they just never make it. And it's such false advertising crap. I'm doing well. It is Tuesday. It's already Tuesday. Game Theory did a video on that. Yeah, they were the ones that did that. I remember seeing something about it, and that's probably who I saw it and got that information from. But yeah, but it's a bunch of deceptive crap. So I found out about that command, and I don't regret it. Solo raids. I don't have like an animation for it. I should probably do that. Do I have any extras that I haven't used? I don't think so. I need to figure something out for it. No, Mike, he's making dinner. He'll be over here soon. Anyways, so like I said, we're going to be working on this because I need to figure out some of the other details for the other stuff. And where was I in this? I think I'm a little concerned right now regarding. Is it running? It's kind of butt. Oh, is it just all the lights? Oh, I think this map is just butt. No, it's just running like that in general. Let me restart SFM quick. I just want to make sure it's not what I wanted. So make sure everything's running fine. Just not gonna eat anything other than pizza and ramen. No, he eats other things. He's probably making leftover Alfredo. He made chicken Alfredo the other day. Another mobile game ad I see is where the player in the ad doesn't do what is clearly the solution to a puzzle. Well, yeah. They want to be the one to solve it. Okay, yeah, that's running much better. I think I just need to restart. Okay. Yeah, this is running at double or more. So I did the lip syncing and the keyframing here. Oh yeah, so I wanted to figure out some stuff for these ones. He did what, Alfredo? Oh yeah, that is the chicken's name. We made homemade chicken Alfredo yesterday. No, chicken's fine. Chicken's up there. We only had to cut off one leg. What I wanted to kind of do here is I wanted to see what models existed. Did you put a waffle with it?
There was no more garlic bread, so waffle.
At least, I was waiting for there to be like maple syrup on there or something.
No, just like, it's bread. Waffle. Waffle and chicken Alfredo. Chicken and waffles with Alfredo. Hello everyone. Why is your screen say communication error?
There it goes. It's Steam being Steam. Mike is here. Deploy the derp.
Yay, derps.
Oh no. She raid. Yeah, Steam's being slow. I want to see what models exist for. I don't like the fact that that looks like some NSFW stuff on the workshop.
It takes the moderators a minute to delete that kind of stuff.
No, the games themselves are NSFW.
No.
So they're officially supported mods for NSFW games. Let's go Mill Streets. It used to be playtime was an option here. What happened to it? Because that was super nice. You could just be like, you go by time, and since SFM has 10 times more than anything else for me, it would be real quick.
Are you looking for a model that you've lost or something?
There's a lot of dolphins. Dolphins explosion, then just all lowercase hello.
So,
this looks like Mr. Rain. Yeah, it was.
Sir Edward, who made the better coffee?
Well, you can't. It's like comparing apples and oranges.
No,
one of them was coffee. The other one was not coffee.
I thought what you made was coffee.
Quiet.
You make good coffee.
Oh, come on. It's being real slow. I want to see... I thought that would come up with Mars right away. I want to see if there is like a...
Jurassic taking the middle ground.
What is this? I think Chicken made the best coffee. Probably got cyanide in it. Is it audio? Oh, it is. Okay. It's themes, but I don't want to use it from the original soundtrack. That's risky. Actually, maybe not. Capcom is actually super flexible when it comes to asset usage. They actually have a full release that for a non-commercial use of their game assets. Well, within limits, but for the most part, it basically says that you can do what you want, which is pretty nifty for people like me. So that's why I like working with their stuff. But music's still a little bit iffy. But I just want to see, like, because we have like a desert type thing. I kind of want to see if there's a Diablos model to use, and if there is,
there must be.
But if there is, it has to have pre-built walk animations, because I'm not going to build an entire walk animation or something. I want to have them walking in the background. Thank you, Spike Shoe. That's cheer, 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 cheer. I keep forgetting how many bits are needed for the 2D derpsters. That is the right amount.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And Burning Elmo as well.
Burning Elmo. Or Elmo.
That sound scares me every time.
The sound of Elmo burning?
Maybe.
I'm imagining it, and it is pretty horrifying.
Yeah, as you can just hear, hee, that tickles.
No.
I might just... No, I didn't want that. Van Barros. I think I'm just going to search... I think Diablos is the one I'm kind of looking for. I'm just going to search Diablos. The only person I've seen that brought the animations importing... I forgot the name already. There's only one person that did, and they did it for the Rathian, Rathalos, Nergigante, and Tobagadachi. I think one other. But that's why I use those, because I can save a lot of time. And why...
Just use Diablo from the game Diablo. Nobody will notice.
What is this? Volg? Oh. Why do I keep getting this crap? I'm searching Monster Hunter Diablos. Yeah, I'm just going to search this. I probably actually find it easier. Okay, so this is stances. That's worrying that they have to give pre-made stances. Okay, here's one. But that's by Drans, and I don't think he has animations imported with his stuff.
At least that's the model, right?
It's the model, but it's just standing. Oh, it's a Diablo Ceratops. I think that's different. I don't know. Oh no, that was something I'm looking at different. This one is one.
Looks like he's got different poses on it.
No, the I can pose things.
Yeah, but
it doesn't come pre-installed. The tail is separate. I can take a look at it just to see, but more than likely there's another version. Here's another one. Oh, that's just the sound effect. Oh, these are all of them. Okay. Monster model pack. Nobody's going to put all that in the same pack. It's rated 4. Click to view item and details. Sorry for not making a preview. Yeah, these are all in their T-pose. Why does Baroth looks like he's like you're holding a dog over a tub? And he's like gonna do the doggy paddle? Yeah, there's a bunch in here, but they look like they're from one of the older games. Yeah, if he didn't, it was a missing texture, so they didn't even include somebody. I'm gonna guess that there is no animations for all that. So let's just check these Diablos. Tigrex and Nargacuga are great monsters. Yeah, I actually on Monster Hunter Rise, my character is fully decked out in Nargacuga.
What did you do to your hand?
I just burned it before, and it's healing, and so it was cracking open, and I didn't want it to get. I didn't want to have it just be a big open sore, so I just covered it so I don't knock the skin off.
Don't burn yourself.
You tell that to me before I burn me.
I'll build a time machine and be like, no.
Okay, so... Oh, I forgot this map doesn't let me shift click. Okay, so we got the Diabolos. Okay, he's already got... The bones are named, that's good.
Man, he's ugly.
Okay. His tongue, he's a little bit, you know... I'll put that down there.
At least his tongue actually moves. What? Get lips. Weird. No. Where would you even boop?
See, and I've wanted to add more characters for doing lip syncing stuff too. The problem with like characters like this,
no lips,
is how do you lip sync something without lips? So you have to, and not only lips, but this tusk makes it so that I am severely limited. There is no actual upper lip, it's just teeth. So if I wanted to have it talk, the whole mouth would have to move. And you can kind of do it, but it's difficult. Rathalos and Rathian are pretty well for that, even though I didn't do it for Rathian. Toby was actually pretty easy. Nergigante was actually tough because he has so many teeth. I had to do some weird stuff to make his thing work. So that's why like characters like this I probably won't do it with. Not like it matter, like what angle would you work from to make him talk? All this guy does is scream all the time anyway.
I don't think I want to see that thing talk. It's spoopy.
Oh yuck. Oh hey Michael.
No.
My name is Diablo Goofy.
Diablo Goofy?
Diablo Goofy.
Well, we'll carve it up and use its tail as to beat its siblings. That's what you do in that game.
Ooh.
I mean, it's hard to fall in love with creatures that you've been beating senseless for the better part of a year.
Well, I guess we'll just have to beat up some ponies.
No, it'll be bad.
Yep, no animations are built in. Normally they'd be here. If they're built in. If they're not built in, there would be a separate file, meaning that if I wanted to have them walk, I would have to actually build a walk, and that would actually take quite a long time, and I'm not going to do that. I could have him kind of like chilling back there, but the problem is he also has no rig, so I would have to like either make one or have a horrible time animating, so I'm probably not going to do that. So we'll just pass on the Diablos. Did you check Archer recently? Because I checked it earlier today. Do you want to try your method? Making coffee. Mike's method would need a tea-like bag for coffee. You can make coffee by just dumping grounds into hot water and then scooping the grounds out afterwards. That's 100% legitimate way of making coffee. You don't need super fancy ways. It's just you're never going to get everything out. And it's probably going to be a different type of brew compared to some others, but you can definitely do it. And we're talking like in the supporter chat for anybody that's subscribed. I have a video on how I make coffee, and then Michael also made his version, which was disturbing, but it exists. So in here it's just it's supposed to be coconuts. He says sand. So what else can we put with sand? I don't want to put just somebody under the sand because I have that here. I might just keep it like as sand. Why not? I might just keep this like plain. So this says the camera kind of moving this way. I think what I'll do here is we're gonna move the camera. Like a little bit, but we're gonna have it fade off. Okay, I'm just gonna do it the old way. We're gonna move it like this. So I want to have it keep moving in a similar way that the other one did. This one's moving it just sideways. This is turning. So I'm going to do like this. Okay. I want to have it fade off and stop moving because it's like the excitement of the camera, right, with the camera moving and everything, and then have it slow down because he's starting to get like meh. Have the camera following his motion.
Oh, right. This video. I forgot about this one.
I want to figure out the details of how to go forward on the other one before I do it, and I didn't have the ability to get started on that before here. Chunky coffee. I actually had that earlier. I think one of my filters failed, and like the coffee was fine, but I didn't realize it failed, and I thought it was a little low when I pushed through. And then I found a lot of grounds in the coffee, so I'm thinking like the filter didn't settle correctly, and it left a gap, and it just pushed a lot of the beans through.
Shitty.
Tasted fine because again, it doesn't matter. But when I got to the bottom, it was like you expect a liquid, and then you get like sand, and it's like, well, it was just very confusing for a moment there.
Maybe if you use paper towels.
Crabs in the sand. Let's we can do that. I don't know. I was trying to stick with Monster Hunter related stuff, but it's a crab. I don't like how it's pulsing.
Yeah, I don't think. Oh, those are more crab-like.
So those are the jumpers? Mm-hmm. No, those are the normal. Oh, this is the classic. Yeah, this is the one. These are the adorable ones.
How is that adorable?
Have you seen my hat?
They will run a skewer through your mouth, separating your. Yeah, it goes through the mouth. Like the original ones went through the mouth. In Black Mesa, they kind of retconned a little bit, but.
No, it's fine.
I like the original ones more.
I have a plush hat of a head crab, so I can wear a head crab. It's funny because you're not dead. What is this? That is a big crab.
You can make it small.
You can go with the bigger, biggest. So we will.
Oh no! Rathalos versus the giant crab monster. I think he would lose to that.
And then it's like, ooh, it's like a new monster has entered the locale, and it's like dun dun dun. Woo!
It's a super big crab. Where'd that come from?
My library.
Fair enough.
I don't know why it's not. Streamlabs is not giving me. I keep looking over and it keeps confusing me because it doesn't. It says 0 viewers constantly. But I'm pretty sure you guys aren't just guessing everything I'm saying.
You're gonna find it's the reverse.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
of when somebody's watching a recorded stream. This is just all from your last stream you haven't noticed yet.
Let's see here. Is there animation in this one? There is not. I can make them like dance. Here, make him do the crab dance. Oh, this is actually gonna be tough. He has no rig. Oh, and I don't. Oh, this is gonna be really tough.
You got a lot of legs.
Well, they're not organized.
It's very pointy.
Oh, and just locking them completely broke something. What is that?
What is going on under the crab? Is that the crab's reflection in the water?
No.
Oh boy.
So the whole model is scaled, and when I lock it, oh no, it's ignoring its own scale then. Okay, I might be able to make this work. I'm just gonna grab the other smaller base one instead of the really big one. This is all the crabs I have too. That one.
That's a cute little crab.
We can't use that one though. It's not child friendly.
Oh god, it's a cigarette.
I thought this was a head crab with rockets. It was like.
That's from Alex, I'm guessing.
No, it's Black Mesa.
Oh, really?
It's probably an animation for this is your camera view, and so when you're trying to get it off your face when it goes to jump, that's probably the animation it jumps to. Yep, here. So
I loved Alex.
Holster.
Oh, they're firing it. It's a weapon.
No, what is he? This is a PG stream.
He loves his head crab.
He does. He appreciates.
I think that was the worst decision on Alex, Half-Life Alex, where they have the head crabs jump on your face, and then you panic. And what do? You go to try to swipe it off your face,
And you hit the headset.
and you hit the headset. The very expensive headset.
Yeah, but I can understand why. They probably looked at it and said, yeah, but if we don't add it, there's going to be some pretty angry people.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a little easier. I don't have to scale this one, so I can lock its legs and it won't break. Okay.
What?
So now we go to McCrab. Why is it McCrab? I thought
Mud crab.
Oh, I was thinking McRib. But if it was
you
a
might
crab,
be right.
It is probably made of the same meat. Nobody knows what the McRib's made out of.
All I know back when I worked at McDonald's, they were the only meat we were allowed to leave out all day.
Because it's not meat.
It's because it like continued cooking nonstop until it was served.
Okay, so we're gonna do that. Now this is where it comes in to be difficult. So now, it's if I was the leg, I would probably be stretch. So, it's about bending it to match because I do not have a rig. So, it's whatever works. But if he was doing this, it probably would be. I'm gonna guess a little bit. No, I can't because it's whatever. But I can't just bend it like that.
This was like a nightmare to animate. How do crabs even walk? I know they walk like sideways, but like.
I'm gonna put them up a little bit. Actually, we're gonna turn them more. We're gonna put them over a little bit more. So then this would technically need to bend a little bit. Very important crab things. The main thing is just making sure that stretching down here is as minimal as possible. That's the main thing. Okay, so I'm gonna say like let's go to here and then we'll just bend this a little bit more.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Stretching.
Oh, I think we're trying to hide.
Sometimes.
Okay, Okay, that's good enough. So this one... Oh, that is not good enough. This one's now a little off too. This is... See, the one thing I don't like about animating ponies is the fact that they have so many legs.
They have 4.
Yeah, that's twice as many as a person.
Yeah, but you don't have to worry about arms. This thing has legs, 6
No, I don't,
of them, and arms.
But arms are easy. Arms aren't connected to a surface that I have to lock it to if it doesn't have a rig. That's why these are difficult.
Look, ponies are just better than people.
You can't be biased on it just because it has nothing to do with the characters themselves. It only has to do with the animating.
Are you trying to tell me that them being adorable doesn't make the animation easier?
No.
I just don't believe that.
Well, you can just quiet right out. McRib is made out of face crab. I can't even say no to that. It's probably true.
Yeah.
There's 28, but I had to hide a couple bodies. Don't look in the back of the fridge or inside the couch. No, I like keeping track of that. Not mainly because knowing when things hit peak is interesting, because it's like for instance on here, generally between 7:45 and about like 8:30 it tends to hit its peak, which is weird because I always thought there's a lot of people like from other countries that I know they're always like, I wasn't able to show up because it's late, but there's a lot of people that are show up late, so it's like figuring out your audience. Though Twitch actually does give you the statistics, so I can go in there and actually like figure out the math. Those legs look a little interesting. So these ones are the ones that are probably just going to flatten as much as possible. So I'm going through this basically the same process that I do for Pony. Is I just I keyframe it and I just bend everything to match up. And that should get you a majority of the way there. But that's also why I like working with Rathalos stuff, because Rathalos behaves. Ponies don't behave, Michael.
Wow. Well, maybe if you were nicer to them.
No. They know what they did.
Yeah, but it's alright. They can get away with anything they want.
Says you.
It's like the family dog, where it constantly probably just wrecks up the house, but you still love it anyway.
Yeah. That reminds me, you have to stop pooping on the carpet.
I can't promise that.
It's okay. My love for you changes none.
Just like the family dog. Yay.
Okay, so there we got Crab's kind of doing his little thing. I'm not too worried about the arms right now, but we'll just put him like this way. And he's going to be like, hey, oh. Okay. He's like, I love he's like, stop. Does anybody remember that movie?
I think I saw it once.
I haven't even seen it, but I know about it.
All I remember is an awkward girl sniffing her own armpits all the time, because that's what movies were in the 90s. Ah, the 90s. You had your like Billy Madisons and...
Billy Madison was a movie.
It was a movie. And Tommy Boy.
Oh, this is not... Oh...
Pretty much all of the 90s movies that were popular as far as comedies was the stupid guy in stupider situation. Or if Dumb and Dumber, you had 2 stupid guys.
Yeah, and that movie was like 100% built on the stupidity too.
Yeah, like a lot of movies in the 90s were like,
yeah,
anything Chris Farley, anything
I can
Carrey, anything.
I can understand why the boomers blame us for everything.
Because of the 90s movies.
They just look at that and be like, this is what you find funny? And now us looking at the people on the internet now, looking at things and going, "Wait, you find that meme funny?" Like
that's mean.
That's not you haven't learned of Rage comics. That was the pinnacle of pixel art.
Like, I'll admit, a friend of ours will sometimes post things and start laughing, and I will just stuff like that's not funny. I don't get it. It's
yeah.
it's very much.
Well, even with my family, like, I'm used to when you're streaming and you get a certain mentality for jokes and whatever, and then like I try not to go into that mode with family because it feels like I'm going. Nobody's gonna understand me, like nobody there will, and so I have to like think of my jokes beforehand and be like, would they find this offensive? Like, would they even know what the hell I'm talking about? I can't bring up Fortnite. Not like they know what the hell Fortnite is.
I barely know what Fortnite is.
I know. I don't either, but it's fun to make fun of it.
Yeah. Can't keep up with all this stuff. Why can't all the kids just enjoy Mario Brothers and be happy?
Super Mario Brothers got a update today.
Whoa, Super Mario Brothers?
Super Mario Party.
Okay.
Which is nice because the game basically came out and then they like immediately stopped supporting it, which was a little annoying.
If first I had a bit of a traumatic moment just then when you're like, Super Mario Brothers got an update. I'm like, wait, what?
No, it's like 40 something new mini games and online multiplayer added. It was the update that the game desperately needed. I have a feeling that this all is going to be for naught now that I think about it.
Why, you're not going to have a crab dancing?
No, I have a feeling that some of the adjustments I do are not going to translate correctly, and it's going to create a wobble.
Well, crabs look wobbly, so it's fine.
Because I'm doing all the main rotations from this point. And I have a feeling... Okay, so when I did this one, he needs to put his arm... he went this way with it? Yeah, he's like, hey-oh. He's got a transparency issue, but I can fix that. And then... Let's keep his arm there, so... Okay, so he's gonna dance. Okay.
Yeah, I did notice the crab seemed transparent at one point.
What you can see here is if I churn. So normally, if I go and churn on ambient occlusion here to show it, you're going to see all the different ways that the ambient occlusion if it hits things. But in models that causes, you don't see their ambient occlusion at all. So what it's doing is the ambient occlusion is being applied for the models behind it, and because it doesn't see the model, and therefore you're seeing the model's ambient occlusion. It's really, really weird. I don't know why it does it. Basically, if you just shut off this model's ambient occlusion, it works. It usually makes them look a lot more plain and less three-dimensional, but for this need, it probably doesn't matter. And I've tried fixing it. I haven't figured out how to fix it 100%. Posted something on Discord about 19 minutes ago. Argo is a kitty. It's a meow meow flying kitty. That's pretty adorable.
Yes.
Oh, I like it. That's cool. Well, thank you very much. He's very fluff. Look at the fluff.
You have always wanted to be a giant fluffy flying cat.
I have?
Perfect. Yes.
Okay. Well, I didn't know this, so thank you for figuring that out for me.
So good job.
Good job.
It's good.
Congratulations on wanting something you didn't know you wanted. But no, thank you very much. It's really, really cool. I like the kitty. We're gonna do. We're gonna add kitties, and
a lot of kitties.
Wait, then the important one: up soup. Up soup.
Up soup. What have you been doing in your free time?
They wanted a way to upvote and downvote, and they wanted up soup and down soup. So we made a soup that has an arrow up or down.
What happens when you work?
Hey, that's what they wanted. Don't look at me. Add quote, you have to stop pooping on the carpet. I can't promise that. That's not a quote. It's truth.
Yes.
Good old keyframes. Keyframes are super important. Like to me, the most important parts of the animation isn't the animation. It's the keyframing. I mean, you could consider part of the animating, but it's the part you wouldn't consider animating. You're not making a move. You're keyframing, and then the final bit where you're actually cleaning it up, like adding the hair movements and a lot of that other stuff. Most of the other stuff, not as important.
Have you ever done keyframing where every frame is a keyframe? Like for
that is called blocking.
Yeah.
So you could. So there's actually I've.
Have you ever had to? Have you ever been in a situation where every frame has
not every frame, but I had one where it was like every third frame. That was chemistry when Twilight was like flying through the air, punching things. Mm-hmm. That one had so many movements so fast because normally you can add a secondary animation in there to detail it that you don't need to like do the full things. But if there's so much going on, I legitimately can't have it skip frames.
I think that's the nice thing about source filmmakers because they can fill in the gaps. But if you're ever working like Flash or something, sometimes you have to keyframe everything.
Yeah, but that's where you get into blocking. So normally what you could do then is you make your keyframes. So I'm not really doing keyframe, I'm doing pose to pose. Keyframing is where you're just like picking set points to whatever for animating. I'm doing it where I'm locking in the pose that I want. Like I want to make sure that at this moment, this is the look that I get. And then I will blend those poses together and then add a little bit of animation otherwise. Keyframing is more where keyframing or blocking is where you're really just going into detail of every single little motion. But I don't like doing that. But blocking could be where you pick like, you do your pose to pose and then you like pick the midpoint of what it should be at that point, and then you make another keyframe and then you make the midpoint and the midpoint, or you just pick until you finally get yourself narrowed down to that. You get some really detailed animation that way, but it takes a ton of work and you have the difficulty of missing. Like suddenly like that one keyframe just happened to move more that one direction, so it could wobble depending. SFM's not smart, so you just have to deal with it. Sometimes it depends if I fall asleep on the chocolate. I think I missed what was said before. What is sleep? Does it taste like chocolate? Okay, that makes more sense. Out of context, that was really weird. Why is crab slightly transparent? Okay, yeah, we answered that one. Can you show us, make a tutorial on how to make magic particle follow horn while pony's head is moving? That is a little bit. I can show that right now, actually. I have a kind of a write-up on the particle effect, and I know exactly probably what's causing your issue. It's probably locking. So, let me just... this is actually can be pretty quick, because I've done it like a gajillion times. So normally what you'll need is three things to make the like magic work correctly on a horn. You're going to need the actual like model. You're going to need a model to attach that to. I usually like
the box of cornflakes.
Yep, a box of cornflakes. That does useful. It is a specific log.
Cool.
Oh, and thank you for the subscription, Ninja. 8 months in a row. Evening, Argo. Well, good evening, Ninja. I hope you're doing well. This is the log I like using. It's short, stubby, and stout. Like a teapot. And then you impale your character with it. Because
poor Twilight.
This is how magic works.
She's more wood now than meh.
So I'm going to scale this down because I need it to be about head size. So we're just going to do that. That is not what I wanted. There we go. Okay, and we're going to just move this. I think I made it too small. There we go. So I'm going to lock this to the head, but that is technically, in doing this, it is not going to work anymore. And I'll explain that in a minute. So I'm going to take this log. Let's scale this down here. Oh, and thank you, well, Hyrule, for gifting a sub as well. Your first one too. Thank you very much. Congrats to Frostbitten Fox for getting the sub there. Well, thank you very much, Hyrule Ninja. I appreciate it. Thank you for always popping up and being supportive. Okay, we're gonna put this log about here. I'm just stringing it down to about what matches. I like to have a little bit popping off the top. Now, just to make sure,
I have no opinion here, but did you get rid of the Michael takeovers?
oh no, I probably have everything disabled. For the Fallout 76 stream, I usually get rid of it.
You don't have to re-enable it.
No, that means Stupid Face is also disabled. No, I turned them off for the 76 stream because it just, I don't want people spending points on like Stupid Face when it's technically not a thing. So I'm just double checking the head is locked. That's fine. So what you need to do now is load in your third bit, which is going to actually be your particle system. So in this case, for a horn, it's a download on my page, whatever, blah blah. This part I'm pretty sure you're not having problems with. Magic aura. I'm gonna say middle. No, I'm just gonna do large. Whatever. Let's go balls. Then we're gonna do 3, 5, 5. Sure. So this is gonna make a ball of light somewhere. And there's our ball of light. Now, when I take this to lock it to that new model, I have to first copy a reference to the model and then apply it to that particle. So I'm going to go to my log, show an element view to model, and then back up one directory. This will let me go to children, and I can right-click my model. The tutorial thing I wrote up below the particle thing explains all that. But then I right-click this and say copy. So I'm basically copying this model. It copies more than just the model. There's a couple other metadata things, and we can take advantage of that. Now, if I go to my particle, show an element viewer particle system, really, if it comes down to like what option do I select from this list, I always pick the middle one. Then now it says control models. So this is what it's actually going to use for applying your particle effect. So I'm going to right-click this and not paste a special. If you paste this reference, you're not pasting a copy of the model. You're actually pasting a link to that model. So as soon as I do that, you're going to notice that nothing really happens. There's no particle effect. It's not there. It's missing completely. That has to do with the way that particles are locked to other models. So right now, it's trying to get all of its like position information from the log, but the log's position information is been zeroed to the head of the character you're on. So its position information is basically returning zeros. It's saying whatever so the particle is trying to figure out where to position itself in the world, and the log is giving position information local, but the particle is thinking it's world information. So that particle is actually sitting somewhere off in the distance in some zero location.
Why do I have a tentacle arm and I'm not taking Twilight?
That's just because it happens, Michael.
Okay, I just want to be sure.
Yeah, it's whatever they're doing with you. It's canon now.
Well, now I'm attacking Rainbow Dash.
So I'm just gonna add some animation here, just so then there's some motion to show. So what it is once you're fully done animating everything, and you're done. You know you're not gonna touch anything more. All you really have to do is unlock this. As soon as you unlock this model, it is now going to apply, or all the values are going to return the world coordinates. Now. Okay, it's really exceptionally bright because I chose the large one, but now the particle will show. So the main thing is, once you lock the model to the head, it's not going to work. Once you unlock the model from the head, it will. If you go to make any more motions or stuff though, it's going to not be connected, so you have to make sure you relock it, which is really easy. Just go back in here and it's relocked. It won't work again, but then do your changes, unlock, and you're good. That's one kind of downside of this, but it works. Hopefully that answers your question, I guess. That I've accidentally rendered shots without unlocking, and that got really confusing. So I hope it helps.
Goodbye, Pony. Eventually.
No, she's dead.
No.
The song you're listening to in the background by Enya. No, it is by Dark Fantasy Studios.
Back to Crab.
I don't know why I never gifted on your channel until now. I appreciate it greatly. And Fox is good. Yo, thanks for the sub. Yes, these cool peoples being cool peoples. Is there anything I missed here? Do not question the chat for your own sanity. Michael is Tentacle Man. What's the song? So this song right now is Lost Horizon. Yeah, this is Lost Horizon by Dark Fantasy Studio. It's a 250. The previous one was Le Niant with Corneline.
And they asked like the hardest one to name.
Yeah, that one's it's a word.
Is it?
With more words.
I'm not so sure.
So let's get our crab dancing here. Oh, so I'm not gonna be like detailed with this.
Can the crab wear a party hat?
I mean, I could.
Be pretty awesome.
But your recommendations always end up going weird directions, and I don't know if I like
weird?
This. I like Dark Fantasy Studio. Yeah, well, it's the reason that I'm listening to him is they run Humble Bundle, so it basically I was able to actually buy the license for all their music, and with all the DMCA stuff that was happening on Twitch and YouTube, it was just safer, at least on my side, to just do that. I take the stream directly as it is, and well, I don't think the music is played.
Well, you're just like having this realization, like, why have I been doing this? It was never necessary.
It is. It used to be that it wasn't, but now I actually export directly from Twitch's archive to YouTube because it saves a lot of bandwidth on my side and time. And so because of that, it does take the audio. It used to be my local recording did, but now it's whatever Twitch hears.
You don't even have to worry about data anymore.
No, not anymore. But even then, it's just if I'm going to put it on YouTube, it was like I'm getting actually. There's somebody going through old videos, just like copywriting old song stuff that I used on the streams, because usually every 2 to 3 days I get an email about a copyright blocking in some country on a stream from 2 years ago. I don't know why it's like always a couple days.
Your old videos and doing this.
Well, this
seems like a waste of time.
If somebody bought the rights to a song and now they're going through this backlog list. I don't know, but yeah, it seems like a waste. Or the bot's just catching up because it increased its sensitivity. I have no clue. It doesn't matter. It's the stream archive is not made for. I don't care.
Yeah.
So this is not perfect. I can definitely see the legs are collapsing a little bit, and I knew they would.
You know what the issue is, right? No party hat.
Wow. Oof. It's like whipping around. Let's see if I can slow him down. That's better. Okay, we'll do that. And then, ooh, this might not work actually. Yep.
What are you talking about? It was fine.
No, I want to have a stop point in the middle. So instead I'm going to do it like this. Now I have a spot in the middle where I can kind of adjust. All right, and then it should be from here to here is the full loop.
What do you think he's partying about?
Because I just got to follow.
Oh, he's like excited for you.
Yeah, he's very excited. Oh, that is not what I wanted. Is it this? Where am I going with this? I forgot. But thank you, Blaze, for the follow. Appreciate it. We'll go there. And there. Okay, so now he's gonna do his little dance. Okay, so he's going a little fast. What we're gonna do is we're gonna smooth it just a little bit. That should help balance out the edges. Okay. And then we're going to grab these two and this two. We're going. Oh, actually, no, these ones I don't need. We're going to delay a couple frames. No. Okay.
Chat, help us out. What is this crap partying about? I want suggestions in the chat about puns are encouraged.
You spent way too much time at draft.
Yeah, it's true. I actually want puns.
Okay, we're gonna stretch that out.
Look behind you. I'm looking behind him.
Look out him.
There's just a blank, like, black wall. Oh. You did this on purpose.
Well, you did bring... His name is Alfredo, and what did you bring in here to eat?
Alfredo chicken. There we go. That is better.
So now if he farts, it goes right at you.
I don't think chickens can fart.
Do you know this?
I don't think birds in general can pass gas.
Okay, why do you know this?
Because if you feed them Alka-Seltzer, they'll die.
That's
They can't belch either. They can't release gas at all.
Okay, but that's correlation.
I don't know this person.
So I think
Correlation is not a friend of mine.
I'm thinking that have you like Googled really weird crap?
Can chickens fart? I don't think they can.
Does anybody know anyone that is selling a 2070 Ti? It's a very specific request.
I have a 2070 Super. I'm not selling it.
I almost was able to grab I was watching earlier today because there was a potential for a Best Buy drop on graphics cards, and Amazon ended up dropping a 37 or some 3070s. I just didn't get it in my cart in time.
I feel like I built my computer at a really good time, because after I built my computer, everything went crazy.
Well, the problem is even if it's not, there's a chance that something fails, and that's the worst situation.
Well,
it's not about building a new computer as much as something failed and you weren't even expecting to.
I've never had a graphics card fail on me. I think the worst thing I've ever... Power supplies fail all the time, but they're not that difficult to replace. I've had RAM fail on me before.
I've had a hard drive fail. I think that's the most I've ever really had fail.
That would be awful, because I dealt with that with Syria.
It was a slow fail, and I caught it early, and so but it was an annoying fix. It took a lot of time to fully fix up.
I remember saving what I could for Syria, but I wasn't able to save everything.
Yeah, that's why I did mine early, because it was individual bits, but I did a disk check every now and then. Mm-hmm. But then I was just too busy because I was trying to get Remembrance done for the convention, and I was on a tight schedule, and so I ordered one, but I couldn't get it installed until it was done. So every now and then I would render something, and there would be like 3 bad frames because it went over 3 bad sectors, and I would have to go and re-render those individual frames, but I couldn't just replace the file because it'd be putting it back on the bad sector. So I had to rename that file like bad frame. I actually wonder if you can still see this.
Hard drive failures. I just don't trust mechanical hard drives that much anymore. Though I've only recently even had that luxury, so...
I might have tossed the folders for it.
Remembrance is good. Have you seen it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. He doesn't get out much.
No, I think I tossed the folders with them. But originally you'd go in here and there'd be a folder that just said like broken frames do not use. And it was super annoying. Look at how many not dead. Oh, that was the joke. I thought maybe that was some of them. But yeah, I had to go. It was really, really annoying because I had to rename it because it was a bad frame. I legitimately couldn't write on there anymore. And then by keeping it renamed and off to the side, it would lock down that bad sector. God, it was so annoying. Okay, that crab, what is it in? Just use a rod. Okay. Makes that easier.
Cool.
Here's a mud crab. Oh, thank you, Hot Rod. Thank you very much. You get the total 2. Well, your first gift subs too. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. And congrats to Opium and Brony for getting that. Thank you very much.
You know, Moon Shadow, the fact that I made you look up chicken farts is all I need in my life.
Actually, Michael, chickens can fart. The only ones who can't or don't usually are sick. The chicken is fine. Well, hello, Bvids. If you're the real Bvids.
I mean, hello, Bvids. We're talking about chicken farts. Would you like to chime in?
He's talking about chicken farts
with your any information you may have regarding chicken farts.
I think it's this. Let me see if that works. Hopefully that fixes my crab. Which came first, the chicken or the fart?
I believe the fart came first, and the fart birthed the chicken.
Did a chicken really fart if nobody was around to smell it?
All life started as a fart.
It's fixed. That sounds like that should have been the motivational quote for this. All life started as a fart.
The big fart.
There was darkness, and then.
The primordial fart.
What did the universe smell like at the beginning? A little like sulfur and rotten eggs.
Yes.
Okay, so that gets fixed, but I need to.
The thing I know B-Vid's best for is his wife's massive My Little Pony collection.
The one thing I know the most about that guy is somebody else.
Is his wife. No, Draft still talks about B-Vid's quite a bit.
There's nothing else to talk about.
No, he talks about lots of things.
Too much.
Sometimes.
Okay, there we go. We got the crab kind of doing his dance there. It actually looks pretty good from the distance there. It's not perfect.
Yes.
I mean, he can be really excited.
B-Vid, you're using big words on me.
Farts are sulfur and methane. Our gargantuan collection.
Yes.
Gargantuan?
Gargantuan.
That is using big words.
Well,
get
the thing
it. It's
is,
a pun.
I can only kind of read chat. So when strange words are used, I can't piece together what it says. Because my eyes are horrible. I probably need to get another eye check. Dancing.
Should give him a knife.
Biggest collections. Like, is there just an entire room in the house that's just My Little Pony?
It's a whole house. They bought a second house. The first one in store.
They had to abandon the house. There's too much pony. It is the pony room. Does it leak out of the pony room? Like, is the rest of the house also contaminated? Well, thank you for the derpy. Jules.
Thank you. Crab cheer. It's just crab. It's like beans. Ooh, I can. Oh no! I changed his speed now, so it's a little harder. You know, I don't need to do the claws opening or shutting. He's good. I don't even know why the hell I care. It's a freaking crab in the sand in the background of a Monster Hunter. I don't even. Why am I spending so much time on this?
I don't know. This has been the whole evening. It's just this crab dancing.
It's Monster Hunter stream, man.
What? Oh, right. There's a Rathalos in
Yeah,
it.
there is.
Let's go back to the crab. Hit the crab.
Let's put this in there. That there.
It's gonna explode out. I got
Well, that's too bright.
I just got those. What is it? Natural series ponies. I have them on order. There's like, I don't know. There's like $150 to get all 12 figures. I think. Jay got a bunch of them, so I wanted them. I got jealous.
Really?
He got new ponies. Well, I'd been wanting them for a while, and he basically posted a link to where to get like the full set. So those new figures do look great. I like it anytime good pony merchandise gets released because it's not as often as I would like. Hasbro tends to release garbage.
Don't get me on that rant again.
There's a rant.
Give him some Zoidberg sounds. Where is he? Oh, that. Oh, so it's the light.
Well, once all this G5 stuff comes out, you guys are gonna have to abandon another room to the house. What
Well, that was.
was that?
Well, I need a. If I want him animated, it's a little harder. I think I can have him like this. Oh, now he's got to do. I don't have the bone selectable once it's play. We'll instead just do like this. I got it.
There is a way. This was last question. There is a way to buy all the individual ones. I think Jay posted he managed to buy them all individually as not a blind bag situation, but you pay probably twice as much to get it that way. But I know Jay Haller. I'm sure you have him somewhere. He has a link to buying.
You have him somewhere.
Well, who doesn't? Like, everybody has Jay in their back pocket somewhere. You take them with you when you go. But no, he had a link to buy them all in a not blind bag situation.
There we go. So here's your Zoidberg. He's there. Okay.
Yeah, who doesn't have the J Man? Jay is cool. Hope to hang out with him more shortly.
We hung out with him like a week and a half ago.
Yeah, but that's...
Speaking of which...
Are you drinking alcohol? Because
yes.
you had like water before.
No, that was mead. I need to get... it's been full and I gotta drink it, so put more in there. It's in the big metal thing.
Okay. Oh, you want more mead?
Yeah, don't pour it in like on the counter like the coffee.
I can't. Well, that's...
You remember Randy from My Name is Earl, He's Jack Now? I actually do not remember that movie. I'm not sure on that. Then we just hung out with Jay a little bit ago. Actually, that's what mead is, because there's a local cidery that has an outside standing area that you just pick up stuff at the bar, you bring it outside. And we hung out with him for, oh god, it was like 4 hours. Michael got a really bad suntan. Have you seen My Name is Earl? Not that I can think of. If I was, I can't remember it. It sounds familiar, but I don't remember what it's from. What do I got in this one now?
Peaches.
Okay, it's doing the glitch. Sometimes it's not being muted. That makes it sound. Tiger story through derpies. You just all you have to do is just have the derpy stand there with white static noise. That's about the most you're gonna get.
Peaches.
I can probably, let's see if we can like do a little bit of like camera shifting on here. We're gonna do like, just a little bit like that.
Peaches.
I thought you were drinking out of mine. I'm like, what are you doing?
Try not to spill mine, so I drink a little bit of it.
Ah, it's mead straight from the tap. It's my favorite show. I didn't notice the other day because I was watching the stream because I was in town, and there are spots where signal doesn't work, so thanks. I wish I could buy some pony stuff, but no place near me sell any. Well, you want the best pony merch, it's conventions and stuff, or actually because of the online convention stuff, you can probably find some pretty good stuff on if there's an online convention going. I don't know, is there any of the is there any of the conventions now that are doing online conventions still?
The best official pony merchandise that's out right now is the Natural Series and the human statues that have the pony next to them. I have all the main 6 of the human statues. I don't know if I really care to get any more. They are like $100 a piece. But now they got the Sunset out, and then they got the Luna and Celestia coming out, I think. If they release a derpy one of those, I'm definitely getting that. Release the derpy.
Okay, there we go. I was using this little edge right here because I wanted to make sure that I wanted to keep the focus of the camera as even as possible on the main bit and have it just be that everything else was shifting away from. They'll make it look like everything was like not just things moving farther away and moving closer, but actually like both. So I was trying to find a spot to do that for, and crashed.
Thank you, Ninja123. How do you say the rest of that name?
It's Ninja. But thank you very much for that. Gift subs and bits. I appreciate it. Thank you. Beach is that's swearing. You can't say that here. I mean, I just said it, but text is worse.
I almost want to just go to like I almost want to go to sociables like every weekend. I know that would probably be a bit much, but it's just to like hang out with people and miss people.
No, it's fun.
Oh no.
I get to drink. Let me
go to drink anyways.
Freely. Mm-hmm. I need to lock in my autosave here. It didn't save the camera, but it saved that. I didn't even finish that, actually. I'll worry about that later. Well. Okay. It's saved. I'm not letting you mess with...
No, I want that scene, though. I want the beach. Give me the beach back.
You want the beach back?
I want the beach back.
Okay, it was going to be like, no, you have to load it back. But okay, I'll put it back to where it was. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. You have your time.
My time.
I love how you're like, God damn it. Now I've got to do things.
Do things? My job is to sit here and criticize. Alright.
And make coffee.
And make coffee. Look, you got these things. Let's just, delete. Get rid of that nonsense. Delete. So we got this big old chair here.
Go to File, Save As. I don't want to accidentally hitting something and then... Yeah, go Save As, and then, like, save it to something else.
I immediately concerned you, didn't I? When I started, like, deleting...
I mean, you're deleting... Well, I can recover it. Yeah, I have it set up now where I'm not worried about losing those things. Nope.
You can't read the chat from over there, can you?
No, it's easier to do it from here.
Well, yeah, when you're blind.
I can read it without squinting. Time for some chaos. Amazing. I can see. I can read it perfectly fine.
Oh, that's no. How do I move? Why can't I move? What have you done?
You're fine.
I can't. I'm trying to move in the scene. And
there you go.
I'm learning.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure you'll figure this out because you've asked that every time.
Yes, but I've also been drinking, so it's no problem. No way of knowing. So we need to load in a model.
Hey,
Hey, what?
this is a Monster Hunter stream.
Yeah, I needed ponies and less monsters.
This is I've said specifically it's a Monster Hunter stream.
Yeah, this is a monster. Look at him. He's terrifying. Okay. So we're gonna like move him onto this bench. I'll rotate him. Oh, no. So how's everyone's day? I'm giving you a job, Michael. Yes.
Hello, Nolan.
Good job. So we got this horse. This horse is a horse, of course. So... Yes, my joke was hilarious. So, let's see. Got the body, the pony, the legs. Follow. Go like this. Then back. This.
Well, if you do stupid face now, that's everything Michael's doing.
Everything will be stupid face. You will have to do a different stupid face.
You can't backlog it.
Yeah,
You got to do the stupid face.
No, well, I'm gonna.
You're in
do
charge.
stupid.
You have to follow the rules now.
Yeah, well, fine. I'm giving you a stupid face.
I know everything is stupid face. Now you have to be serious.
But how do I do, like, jiggle? How do I make his head, like, wiggle? Like he's screaming.
Like rotational or positional?
Like ah.
Okay, so rotational, kind of.
Yeah.
Select the head, but open up the plus menu below it. Do you only want to go one direction or rotating all directions?
Just all directions.
Okay, just select rotate. Just like click rotate. No, not right click. Click rotate. There you go. Now it won't do it if you have all of time selected, so you have to select a specific amount of time, even if it's covering the entire shot. Right now it's doing infinite on left and right side.
Okay. I push shift.
Mm-hmm.
Is it working?
When you select a lot of files at once, how do you do it? There you go. You don't have to be right at the edge. It just means you just can't have infinite time.
Yeah.
So then now there's a slider on the very, very right in the whatever. Just increase the slider that says jitter. And the more you slide the jitter, the more drastic the motion gets. But it will always be about that speed. You can slow it down if you need, though.
How do I slow down the jitter?
First, figure out how much you want to have in terms of like strength. So if you want to have it be a larger amount of movement, hit it a couple more times.
I want to have it be less, actually.
Okay, no, that's fine then. Where you have that green area selected, hold, I think it's control, and drag the edge out. The edge. Here in the middle. Hit undo, then it'll move it back. Hit again. Okay, now hold control, and now drag that. Okay, now hit undo again. It's actually shift. Okay, it's not, it's alt. I like my fingers just do things. I don't know what they are. That's probably going to be pretty quick.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay.
And then, so you can, if you want to drag it out more, you can slow it down. If you want to weaken it,
good.
Is it? You want less motion, or is that good?
Nah, that's good. I'm moving on to the next thing.
But no, Nolan, you can't do Michael's in charge. It's limited to only one per stream. Otherwise, I don't want you guys like collaborating to make an entire Michael month. So
Michael month. I like this.
So yeah, it's limited to one per stream.
No. Where's the VN one? That's Rainbow.
See, Michael time is educational. Actually, one of the nice things though is there's no such thing as like a teacher doesn't know everything, and so sometimes it's in explaining things, it helps me remember and figure things out better for myself.
You have a craft.
Yeah, I guess. So actually, that's what's nice is I feel like you learn things and then you get to a point of full understanding, but the only way to improve past that is to teach it to somebody else. At that point, then you basically are able to not just show that you know something, but are able to then think of it in a different light, give that information to somebody else in a way that they might not have, or in a way that you didn't even think about, because that's a good teacher doesn't just teach the way they know things, it's the way that the other person does. Like Michael likes abuse, and so I always make sure that a lot of my instructions to Michael are very aggressive. Why
do I like abuse?
You're masochist.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Sometimes.
You're just pure masochist. Voice impressions. Talk the Rathalos. But there is no Rathalos.
Yeah, you're doing voice impressions. You're in my seat, so that means you do them. I'm waiting. Got those little she got like the footsies.
I can't do like a Francis voice.
Just do like a bad.
I hate
voice.
Michael.
There you go. See, you did it. I mean, it hurt my feelings, but you did it.
I hate Derpy.
Wow. Now you're just a bad person. This horse. This horse is amazing.
What would I can't think. I'm not good at thinking on the spot for what would Francis Rathalos say. What are they doing?
Like, dude,
why is the yellow horse like T-posing?
No, this is coming together real nice. I gotta
Well, I don't know about the real nice part, but
hold on.
Put chicken in a dom outfit, like dominatrix, because like chicken doesn't do that. Chicken doesn't have any leather. Okay, chicken has leather, but chicken is embarrassed about it.
So is Rainbow Dash set to animate during this time frame or no?
What?
Is Rainbow Dash set to be animated throughout this?
Whatever you're applying right now is going to apply the entire thing at once.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for jitter, yeah, you could jitter.
Okay, no, I'm not looking for jitter. I'm looking to actually animate.
Michael likes abuse. You're a masochist. You're just pure masochist. How do you have so many food items?
What are you talking about?
Where'd you get a chicken?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking to chat, Michael.
Chat.
It's not all about you.
It is, though. It's always about.
If we get enough Michael, we don't need Argo anymore. Well, that's nice. But without me, there's no Michael.
See, she's not being animated
because the one time I'm like, "Hey, Michael, you can stream." He can't even figure out what game he's playing.
I put her mouth here, and then I moved forward the timeline, and then I moved her up here, but then she's not animated.
Okay, so think through the process of why that's the case.
I don't know.
So, at what point do you want her to change position?
From here to here.
Okay, well, is that what you have selected?
Do I?
No, there's nothing there. Right now, you have all of time in one area selected.
I gotta shift.
You're doing an 0 and 1. No.
No. Alt. No.
No. So drag that out. Like, drag that to the right. Like, drag the modification layer. You don't have to hold control or anything. That's if you want to stretch time. You're not stretching time. You're just moving the modification layer. So, no. Drag it to the right. So, this is, you basically have a keyframe right now, right? Yeah, see, there you go. It's already done it.
Oh.
Kind of. It's not gonna. It's just gonna keep moving through what you did.
Okay.
But if you hit play, space, otherwise, but it's not gonna quite get there in time.
Yeah, she's moving very slow. So.
Yeah, because again, this is showing from what point to what point. But it's gonna suddenly snap back after that motion. No.
Trying to grab her head, her neck.
I have a coworker that like anytime you go to tell them to do something, you get halfway through the sentence and then they just think that they know better, so they just start doing things, and then you have to go back a step, and it's just.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
No. Okay. The problem is that you've backtracked so much that now I have to tell you how to fix it before I can tell you what to do. So no, go again. One more. Keep going. There you go. All right. So what this is saying right now, if you look at that big orange section.
Hey, where'd my pony go?
Hit V. Well, okay. For one, your playhead isn't even in your current visible shot. Okay, now hit V. There you go.
Oh, there's my.
V directs the camera at whatever is currently selected. So, okay. So why you broke it? I don't think that's what you wanted.
No, her head. She should be.
Go on, no, or just undo. Okay, that's fine too. No, this is where she's going. This is the end pose.
her end pose is there.
That's right there.
Yeah,
Okay.
kinda.
Okay. So for right now, so if you look at the modification layer, you're learning here, Michael. Mm-hmm. So it's showing all of time is selected. It's not showing any fading or any fall offs or any. Don't click anything. We just went over this.
Click anything.
We're saying that everything is selected, meaning that everything is changing evenly. Anything within that, since there was no animation, it's just changing everything to that new position evenly. So you're wanting to have it transition over time. So that means you want to fall off, right? You want to have it have a little bit of a fall off thing. Now I can't remember the exact button. I think it's Control. So hold Control and mouse wheel up. Okay, go back. Now Alt. Okay, that's not it. Try Shift. There we go. See, it's always the last one. So keep rolling that up, and now you're adding a fall off to this. So the one on the right really doesn't matter. Who cares? But the one on the left is. So you can select the middle of that fall off. No, not with the playhead, but you can actually select the middle of that fall off. So the fall off being that faded area that came out of the orange. Not on that side. We don't care about the right side. We care about the left side. So this, you can drag the actual middle of it.
Okay.
Nope, the middle of it, if you want to move it into the shot. So you want to move this into the visible area. Right now you can't see it. It's not in the shot. So where do you want the transition to start and where do you want it to end? You can change that with this
start
follow.
here.
Okay, now where do you... No.
End here.
No, that's to go back to the original position.
Okay.
Because this is... The orange section right now is only stating what is changing.
I just wanted to kiss his arm and then lift her head back up. So
you're in charge, and if you want, you're gonna learn this crap.
I am.
I'm not. Otherwise, I'm doing it for you, and then there's no point in you being in the chair.
I'm explaining what I want.
Okay, yeah, I know what you want, and you're trying to do the opposite. So, I'm trying to help you, Michael. Help me help you.
Yes.
So, okay.
It's fun.
You good? Okay.
Yeah.
So. Now, at the beginning, you see that little fall off at the beginning? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. That's where the beginning is. It's on the beginning. So, we want to make that bigger because we want to have it transition in not 1/10 of a second, right? So, how do we do that? Yeah, okay. So now you drag that off. How long do you want it to be? It's right now half a second.
I can. Let's leave it there for now.
Okay, so go back to the beginning. And hit spacebar to hit play.
Okay, so I want her starting position probably to be like...
No.
No.
You want the starting position to be that, but is that what you have selected?
Well, this is the start.
Yeah, that's where the start is. That's what you see. But the floating modification layer is what you're changing. That is the orange.
Okay.
So if you go to change it to a position now, you're not changing the beginning, you're changing the end. You have to lock that in first.
Okay.
So best way to do that is I usually just do tab. It's just my cheap way. Because now it's green. Green means you haven't fucked up. Orange means you're fucking up. Maybe it's a good fuck up though. So if you want to change the beginning, now you have to select the beginning. I have to give you a second to figure it out yourself. I'm not going to babysit.
I thought I did.
You're in charge, Michael.
Did I not?
Don't just look at me. You have to ask for help.
Did I not select the beginning?
No, you didn't.
I'm so afraid. Look, it went back to orange when I touched it.
You see, Michael's in charge, but it doesn't mean like I have to like bow to him. He's not king.
I'm not. I just want to know how to put her face back where I want it.
Okay, so you're going to have to select the initial part of the shot. So right now, your modification layer is showing the later part. You need to select the parts you actually want to change. The green area right now is God. It is the only thing that will change on anything you do. So now you have to change that green area to what it is that you want to change.
Okay.
So change it. How would you do that?
I want to turn Rainbow Dash's head.
Okay, yes, you're basically doing the underpants gnome of like, you're thinking past to profit. So hold shift.
Yes.
And now select where it is that you want to start your animation, then drag to where you want it to end. So you want to replace the entire shot with this new position.
There.
No, there's a little bit at the beginning that's still showing, though.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing at that part.
Yeah, there is.
There's no.
Why is there no rainbow dash there?
I don't know.
Well, that's fine. It's just Michael things anyway. All right, so this will be your new position. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. But, again, there's no fall-offs. Do you want to have it fade into something?
Yes.
Okay, so how do you do that? No, we went over this. I told you how to do it earlier. No.
I can't remember the buttons.
Nope, you're going to a whole different step. Hold shift and mouse wheel up. Okay. Now your fall-offs are visible.
Yeah.
So now that end one to blend into the shot, we want to drag that longer. There we go. Okay. Now, right now your playhead is in the middle of the fall-off, meaning that if you try to animate, it's going to jump all over the place. You want to select the middle. And before you mess anything up, grab that line right there and drag it as far to the left as you can. No, the other one. The one on the inside of that. Yeah, that'll work, whatever, as long as it's covering the full shot. Now move her to where you want. Someone that is in charge.
Okay, now...
All right, maggot!
I want to, like... The end of the
I'll have
shot.
Chicken be in
Do I
charge.
move it here? Oh, wait. Didn't move. Oh, it definitely got worse.
You're gonna regret this.
I don't want to regret it. I want to do things.
All right.
Now, how do I, like...
What the fuck you doing?
So she starts here. But I want her to end, like, here, where she is. But then I want her to, like, move to another area after this.
I heard kiss.
I want her to move to another area after this. Hold me, chicken.
No smooching.
I will figure this out on my own then, chicken. Gonna be like that.
You have 9 minutes.
No, chicken, help.
You said you'd do it on your own.
Because you're mean, chicken. No. This is not productive.
Maybe it's meant to be. No, what are you trying to do?
What? I'm trying to, like, now I want her to move to a different place. Like, she's going from here to here.
Okay.
And then I want the head to move elsewhere now.
So again, the green modification layer is your god and savior when it comes to motion. So you have to tell it what it is you want to change. Where is it in this animation you want this change to occur?
Here.
Okay. So you have to move that green modification layer to where it is that you want to have that change now occur. The only changes are going to occur in the main green area, and they're going to fade into the areas outside the fall-offs. If you grab on the outside of the fall-off, that'll pop it up too. So, but right now, no, wait. Now remember, you're selecting everything.
Oh yeah, that definitely didn't work.
Hit escape. If you hit escape, it'll undo the modification layer. So now, with that green layer, move it to where, what part of this do you want to have be the new animation? Not what you visually see, the green layer within the timeline.
Yeah. I want it to be the end.
Okay, yeah, but no, don't just say where it is. Move the green layer to it.
I thought I already did.
No, but you see that right now you have the pre-animation selected. This whole section right here is what you're modifying.
Yeah.
So you want to modify the beginning?
I want to modify the end.
Okay, so you got to move it to that. This is the main animation. This is it fading into what exists, and this is fading into what exists. So you have to move that main green layer to over the air to where it is that you want to change something. My brain is just like so confused as to why I've been spending too much time in this damn software. Who redeemed the points? That was, I believe it was Sunset. In Great Beard One, you had a question, I believe, that you posted in chat earlier. Was that answered, or do you need some more assistance on that?
Definitely goofing up and everything.
Not in chat, in Discord. Sorry.
This is not working.
No, because you haven't moved the green layer.
I did, like twice now.
You moved the end of it.
Yeah.
So this section right here is what you're changing.
Yeah.
But you're saying you want to change the end, which is over here.
Yeah. Do I have
So why is this here? This is...
to move like this?
This area right here, this dark green section is the main change. Everything in there is changed evenly for whatever you're doing. Equally. The fall-offs are just about blending it into the background. It's called a floating...
Now this has changed.
No, because your fall-off is falling into that.
Oh, so I have to drag this back.
No, use the beginning of it. No, now you're changing all of it.
Okay.
Okay, Michael, but okay. Hit escape. Now, left click somewhere in the middle of anywhere. Like outside the green, just left click there. Or not, left click. That's the right. Why every time I say a direction, you do the opposite? Hold shift and click there. Okay, so now hold shift and just hold and drag it to the right. So
No, I got it. It's fine.
You have to make me think left and right backwards. It's... Oh my god. Okay, chicken, I can't handle you right now. Alright. So what it is saying, what the modification layer is saying is, right now it's green because it's saying nothing is changing. The floating modification layer is saying that it is going to change things on top of the current layer. So that you can see it as two different layers. So you have your normal animation and then your floating modification layer. It's floating on top of, meaning anything you change in that layer is just like an addition to the bottom. It's like a 1 + 1 = 2 type situation. So what this is saying right now is that it's green, so nothing is changing. But as soon as you change something and it changes to orange, it's saying that everything within the beginning and the end of this area across the entire thing has been equally changed. So if you turn the head up, everything in that green area has had its head turned up. Everything. And because there's no fall-offs, it means that as soon as it transitions into that new area, it's going to have an immediate change. There's no smoothness, there's no nothing, it's just bam, and it's done. So you want to have it be a smooth transition, right?
I just want to move her head up and down.
I'm explaining how it works so you can figure it out.
Okay.
I know what you want to get, but I'm giving you the tools and you just want the fish. So you want to have it some kind of a fade. So what it's saying right now is this modification area that you're looking at is the stuff that is going to change. So when you have this area at the very beginning selected and you're wondering why it's not changing this area, it's because you don't have it selected.
Okay.
So
like
this main green area, move it to the main area you want to change.
Yeah.
Okay. Now do that shift mouse wheel thing, I think it is. Okay, now this is going to say, now that was the change, 100% the exact change all the way through it. Now this is about blending that change into the background. So where do you want this change to blend?
Probably like...
So again, do you want to have her stop in that position?
Yeah.
Because now you're going to say that she's going to change and then immediately change back.
Yeah.
So you want to have her go back to the position she was in previously.
Well, I'm gonna like change it over to this position.
And then stay there?
Yeah.
Till the end.
Well, yeah.
Then why would you want to? Because right now you're saying change, and then change back.
Yeah.
But you said you want to have her change to the end.
Well, I want her to loop back to where she was initially.
Okay. Well, then that's fine. But right now, each of those transitions is about 2 frames.
Yeah.
So it's going to be about the speed of light.
I just want to see how this ends up.
Go to the beginning, go to 0 and hit play. Just go to 0 and hit space.
That was a pretty quick jump, that second one.
If you hold shift and small wheel up more, you can get it to expand more. I'm trying to show you how to use the software.
No,
then you can make more use of your time.
Wow.
It also wastes your time, so that's fine. You're the one in charge, and you're just listening to me.
Yes.
Somewhere in the middle of anywhere. I'm trying to fix it right now. I'm trying to reinstall SFM to see if it will fix my sound problem. Yeah, that's weird. I asked you a couple questions on it, but I didn't actually like go and check what your answers were. This is the thing. I haven't installed new audio files, and they don't preview in the window. It's just silence. Should I be uninstalling or reinstalling? That's basically like hitting the reboot button. So maybe, but a sudden issue like that doesn't seem like it's probably going to fix the issue. I've never had that happen, so I don't see that happening. There's a lot of controls that can change audio levels and everything. Like I have a plugin that goes back and forth between working and stuff, so that's really weird. Double check if it's muted. If it's not, click it again and unmute it and see if it works. Double check the audio level of both the track and the audio file itself. There is 2 different audio levels that are run. See if there's any audio played out of anything. Double check that your audio devices are working correctly. There's so many factors that could be involved. I don't think reinstalling is going to work. You still have a drink too. It's
I
fizzing.
do. How do I copy this model now and make 2 of them?
Which one?
The rainbow.
Right click the model in the right side. Go to copy. Now just right click again in the black background, hit paste. Paste animation set. Now you can't move it right now because your modification layer is not selecting everything. So click somewhere over there. So then it activates it. Okay, now hit Control A, just select all. And now you can drag it over. Am I being crucified by blue?
No.
Might just be a setting I've changed without noticing. I don't think so. I can't think of a setting you would change in that regard. When Michael's done being stupid, I can see if I can.
Well, it's not very nice.
We'll do a couple things.
I think I'm making good stuff. Like, what's the...
Sounds exactly like my coworker.
I'm sure the 2 of you get along. Great. Okay, I know you showed me this before, but I'm trying to remember how to do a loop.
Loop?
Yes.
Well, I don't think we have enough time in that.
No, we can do a loop. We can do a loop.
No, there's not enough time in that scene.
No, I gotta make it like a 3-second loop.
Making it a loop's gonna actually be kind of complicated.
Fine, I'll just do this.
If you want, zoom in, hold Control and zoom in. Or not? No, you're on there. You got. So right now you can see it's highlighted around the outside here. You want to click here, so it's highlighted here. No, don't click anywhere over there. Go back here. Hold Control and zoom in, like mouse wheel up. No, drag. Left click somewhere. Why? When I say left and right,
That way I couldn't be wrong.
Hold Shift and just click randomly. I forgot. You haven't clicked.
I'm on Shift.
No, you haven't clicked. Hold Shift and then click. There you go. Okay, now drag the bottom. See the the little ruler thing? Drag that a bit so you're centered more for the highlighted area. Now hold Control and zoom in a bit more, and then drag it just a little bit more so you can see more of the left side, in the ruler thing, the bottom one. Hold Control a little bit once more and just zoom in one more time. Okay, and now over way to the right, there's 3 buttons. One of them's in the darkest middle. The one on the left of there has a little arrow.
The three
Set the left and he went to the right. Okay, yeah, that should be fine. Now just hit space.
This is good. We made something.
I think that we need to just have a sit down, Michael, and I'm gonna write an L on your one hand and R on the other. We're going back to elementary school.
You can be mildly intimidated. But I think this is what time well spent.
Why is she looking up?
She's like, I don't know.
Get out of the fucking chair.
We made good stuff.
No, you get out of my chair, and you didn't even learn anything.
I did. I learned lots of stuff.
I was gonna say the one frustrating thing is I have with one of my coworkers is that like you try to instruct something. Get your drink out of here. You start instructing something, and then like when they think that they just know the answer, they stop listening and they just go about doing something. But then they go and do something, and now you have to step them backwards, and it's so frustrating. If somebody is trying to actually show you how to do something, just do what they say. Don't assume that you know better.
If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have created this magnificent masterpiece. I am very grateful.
Why is this called Rathalos Beaches 222?
You told me to name it something different.
Oh, okay.
So I hit 2 a bunch of times.
Okay, yep, you know what? I did say that, so I'm not going to give you crap on that one.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So in terms of audio things, the one things that I can think that it could potentially be are click this a bunch, make sure that that's not causing any issues. If you have this mod installed, this is also a weird issue. I don't highly recommend the mod. It's nice, but it's also frustrating. Audio can run in 2 different levels as well. You have an audio level here that should say 1, and the audio file itself also has its own volume that should say 1. So make sure that those match up. Are you getting any audio out of anything? Are you getting error stuff? So if, for example, if something is locked, I always forget like how to. Oh yeah, just copy a locked model. Do you hear the bing? Make sure that your audio down here in the volume mixer is actually fully up. Are you hearing other audio, or is it only that software that's broken? It's more of I like going off the one mentality of if you or what you can to find a solution to a problem. If you can find everything that doesn't solve the problem, eventually you'll just find the solution. Where the more information you know, and the more you know about what is working, and the more you know about what is triggering it to not work, or what defines not working, will help you figure out where the error problem is.
I am the chicken.
Yeah, he drank the rest of the mead. I'm getting normal Bing audio. It's just the wave files that are weird. So is it all wave files? So if you go into and a lot. So right now I'm not doing like solve the problem. I'm figuring out the problem, which is so I work in quality for my job, and the main thing with that is root cause things. And so I can't solve a problem until I know the problem, and so that's what I'm trying to figure out here. So if you go and like it's probably gonna crash when I do this, but okay, that was really loud. But do you hear audio previewing in this screen? Or is it specific audio? Is it only ones that you can? Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Is it only ones that you've specifically converted? Is it? So we're just narrowing it down. Mainly, I'm asking that because it's narrowing down. Is it the specific audio? Maybe it's a conversion issue. Audio for SFM is looking for a specific format, and it could be outside of that. So you don't hear any of that either. When did it start happening? Do you remember changing anything at that point? Was it recent in a change? Are you able to open up older files? If you open up a file that had worked previously, like one that's older and like say 6 months old or something, does that work fine? Actually, the preview audio should have answered that question anyway. What else could cause an audio problem? I don't think you can select an audio device within SFM. Otherwise, I'd say maybe that could be it. I would double check your mixer audio just to be sure. And even here, if you have this up as audio is playing. Oh, well, this one's muted.
Coconut.
I can see it. Oh, when it's alt tabbed, it doesn't show. I separated for a second. It sounded like someone ripped their pants next to the microphone. Michael did stand up. Yeah, so it's narrowing it down to where it sounds. If it's an SFM issue, it's an entire SFM system issue. Because I want to know, is it an audio specific problem? It sounds like it could be a system issue, but that seems weird. Why would it suddenly do that out of nowhere? You're already hearing other audio, so it's not a general audio issue. You could try verifying your cache. That's always a safe way. I've had some problems that do that. I don't like doing that sometimes because I modify textures on files that are included with that cache, and it just undoes the edits, which is kind of annoying. But you could try verifying cache, but I've never run into that. And if that's just the point, I would think I would have run into every possible problem that's existed. I can't think of anything off the top of my head otherwise, other than verifying cache. Yeah, I can't. Nothing on my top of my head right now. It sounds to me like it's SFM itself, which does narrow it down, kind of, not in a good way, but I just realized he's got a lot more stuff on his table here than on the rest of it. But yeah, that's most I can say is verify cache. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head right now. Then, there we go. Try Google it too. I guess that's the chances of you running into and being the only one with the problem. I think is because all of your audio is working fine. Well, yeah, that's why I narrowed that down off the questions. But yeah, I think you're just gonna have to try Googling it because it's just the chances of you being the only person to ever have a problem with something are low. Somebody else had to have run into that same problem. I'll try verifying cache. And don't get excited when it says that there's stuff that's wrong. You're always going to have something that's wrong. It always comes up with something that's wrong. I modify so many files for myself that it ends up coming with dozens that are wrong. It doesn't mean that it's fixed. So wait until it's tested to verify if its fix is done.
Beaches. Beaches. Sand. Beach. Sand. 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 Sand.
I'm kind of thinking here because he starts talking right here.
Why is he wearing glasses?
He's wearing sunglasses. It's just that they're invisible from that direction.
I see.
But I can fix that.
I don't see why you would bother.
Because they're not supposed to be that.
Oh.
Sunglasses don't work that way. How do yours do that?
Kinda. I have automatic tinted glasses.
I know, but they tint them for you. They don't make it perfectly clear. Unless you're defying some like weird physics.
Maybe. I'm pretty awesome like that. That silence was his disagreement.
No. Because there's 3 textures. So it's probably that those glasses are included with these textures, and these textures don't have a reverse texture. So normally textures are made to be displayed on one side, not the other, because it makes sense. If these are completely enclosed system, why would they need to? Thank you, Jules. How are the beans, Michael?
How are the beans? They're beans. Beans. Beans.
Beans.
Beans.
Thank you, Jules. So normally textures are only showing on one side because it's more efficient for the system. So if it's an enclosed system, it doesn't need to be shown from the other side. And for most part, glasses are always going to be seen from this side. So why would you need to take the processing to show the other side? So they only show the one side. If it's mixed with this texture, which is, you can already see that I can't see the inside of the texture, that would be why. So we want to disable or not disable, or I guess enable the ability to see both sides. So I cannot remember what the name of that option is. First, I need to see which of these. It is not that one. Let's delete that. This one? Okay, so that's what we're looking for. So I just threw an alpha because it's easy. If it disappears, it's what you want.
Hey there, bees.
Thank you, Nolan. That's some beans. And some woof woofs.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Beans and wolves.
What we're gonna do is look up what the property is for that, because I do not remember. If you actually want to know what you can actually modify on textures, just do a search for VMT source.
Spiffing Bread
There we
appears
go.
to have done a pony thing.
He added a ton of mods to Skyrim, and there's a lot of pony ones in there.
Yay.
So in here we're gonna look for base texture parameters. No, that is the actual parameter. We want to look for physical surface types. No, shader parameters, not parameters. Shader parameters. Give me the list. I want my list. Here we go. This is the list I'm looking for.
Hey, more derbies.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
the
Edward.
beans.
So many beans. That's Bush's beans. I don't think that makes quite the same cup of coffee.
You can make coffee with
That's
those.
what we want. No, so we're looking for no call, because this is called culling.
I'm just gonna like put beans in the coffee maker.
No, if you put black beans in those, you're buying me a new one.
What are you talking about? I'm just gonna run the water through the beans, and then we end up with the highest quality of bean coffee.
No. Okay. So now I did no call. Now it should. Oh, no call. We want to actually turn it on.
Caffeinated baked beans. I like this idea. See, this is how like the future happens. Caffeinated baked beans.
There's certain properties that only work
Bean water. Yes.
on the model itself. I can't apply self-illumination to a model on here. I can change its color. I can't enable it on an override. This might be one of those. So instead we're going to actually open the model, and we have to modify the VMT directly. Overrides are super powerful, but only to a degree.
Coffee bean chili. If you soaked the coffee beans long enough, maybe.
So most of the times when it comes to coffee is there's too early to steep, but in terms of steeping, you really can't oversteep.
I don't know what that word means.
Steep?
Yeah.
You did it. Steeping is taking like tea or beans in a filter and holding it in the liquid. That the process of holding it in the liquid and letting it soak up from the water into the water is called steeping. So tea and coffee can be made the exact same way. Technically they are in a way.
I did invent it.
But
so
normally
maybe I should-
the amount of extraction you get and the amount of flavor you get isn't really tied to how long the beans are held in there. That is tied to a whole bunch, the temperature of the water and the grind level. The longer you have the beans in there, technically, the better the coffee would kind of be, but it very quickly hits diminishing returns. After about 2 to 3 minutes, it's going to change nothing. If anything, it will eventually, because the temperature range is important. If the temperature starts cooling, you will start getting bad extraction, but at that point it's also a very little amount, so it probably won't matter. But it's the same reason that like you can throw a tea bag into a cup of tea, and if you leave it in there, it's not going to eventually make it taste bad. Coffee's kind of the same way. So you can leave it in there. The longer you leave it in there, the better.
That's why my coffee was so good.
You used a paper towel for a filter.
Yeah. Nature's filter.
Nature didn't make paper towels. Where's the paper towel plants?
They come from the trees.
So does paper.
They grow on the trees, though.
You know what? I'm gonna next time the Sunday paper comes.
Yeah, we can use
I'm
it
gonna
as a filter.
I'm gonna take the Garfield comic, and you're gonna drink coffee made through it filtered.
Can we record this? This sounds like a good idea.
It depends. Who's paying the 911 ambulance call as you're just drinking ink?
Hey, the worst is gonna happen is I'm gonna hate Mondays, and I already do. So it's gonna be fine.
That would completely fall apart. Newspaper is so thin. That stuff would just shred. Just use toilet paper.
No, that would fall apart.
It's paper. It's natural. Toilet paper grows on trees, Michael.
No.
Haven't you seen Halloween?
Oh, you got a point.
It happens.
It does. Toilet paper does grow on trees.
Please tell him here. Okay. So, oh my God, TF2 textures have so much crap.
I don't even know how civilization managed before toilet paper. Like, seriously.
What was I doing here?
I
Oh,
don't
no call. Okay. I love Notepad++. I used to use this for programming a lot of HTML stuff. One of my favorite options is Control D, duplicate. It's nice because then it just duplicates the current line. And the other one is Control T. Oh no, they changed that. No, there it is. Control T is trade or transpose. I think it basically swaps two lines. That is more useful than you think it is. When you're programming and you're like put the wrong line before the other line, and you can just be like pop it in. You cut or you do the duplicate, change something, and then it was the wrong order. It's so nice.
This is plus.
And that you know what the best part about this is?
You should be programming in just regular Notepad, like a true pro.
No, I
Don't you hate yourself enough?
no, because the fact I'm using even Notepad++ for like HTML programming could be that I'm hating myself enough. There are other programs that are better for it, but I was trying to learn, and so I was using Notepad++. Regular Notepad is if you really want to hate yourself, but no, this is nice if you want. Oh God, it's been forever since I've been in this program.
I think that's kind of how I figured out how to do that Monster Hunter mod. Is I just went into Notepad and started messing with things in the programming.
Okay, I think you can mod. So clone to other view. Okay. And then view. Synchronous vertical scrolling. So when you have two documents that have copy-pasted sections, but they're completely different documents, you can. So I have to make sure these are both at the top because these are very small documents. But you basically can make it so that they scroll together. So when you scroll one, it scrolls the other document evenly. That is actually really nice. That's super nice. Anyways, I don't care about that. I used to use that all the time. Okay, no calls on. Let's try that again. That was a long way to get there. Okay. Notepad++ is boss. Notepad++ is for they're power users that want control. That's the way I see it. It gives you a lot of controls and functions that are great for what you're needing to do. There we go. So no call works now. It is a function that I have to change the original file for, which kind of makes sense. But now it will display the texture on both sides. Meaning, if I go in the inside of this lens or this here, now you can actually see that I can see the inside of this texture. There is no actual texture on that inside bit, but I can see the inside. So it means that I'm processing more, but it's not a game. I don't actually care about optimizing for all that stuff. But it does mean that I can see the inside. So if you're looking for figuring that out, showing texture on both sides, no call. The other reason you want to put that in is say you have a poster that is flat to a wall, but say it's in a frame that is in the middle between two walls. You want to have it visible on both sides. It's a plane. You normally only see it on one. If you enable the no call, it would make it so you can see it on both. It's probably it might not look 100% correct, so double check that. I can't remember if it's the same or if it's mirrored. I can't remember. I'm thinking it might be mirrored, so it might not 100% work for that. You might need to actually make it a box to be visible, but yeah. Hello, Kitty. How are you doing? Michael used one of those paper towels that has detergent infused in it. Probably the one he used before. His video bugged me. Like his coffee video. Like
It bugged you? I thought you liked it.
No, okay. His method of making coffee bugged me. His editing was actually really good. Like, no, I told him that too.
I've ever gotten.
No, I felt he downloaded a free piece of software and he exported it and spent hours putting that together.
I was watching Game Grumps videos most of the time.
I know, but you still were working from zero. And like I said, he didn't really do editing. It was cuts, but cuts are timing, and timing is comedy. And so he did really, really good cuts. And so I think that
I actually the derpy I zoomed in on at the very end.
that's not editing. Hitting scale doesn't make you like I'm a pro.
There were options to make things wobbly. I could have done layers. I just didn't need to.
No, like editing is where like I can't show it yet, but like Knightley's been working on the what?
It's like, you did very well, Michael, for Oblivion.
No, to me, you were about telling a narrative, right?
Yeah.
And so you were about cutting it down, but because you can take an entire recording, an entire thing, and how you cut it can change how things are read as funny and how the narrative is told. And so you cut it to tell the narrative that you wanted in a funny way, and in doing that you did good. To me, knowing when to cut things isn't just about anybody can cut something, it's knowing when to cut it. And you did really good cuts. So yeah, but I'm saying editing is where you're like legitimately going in there and doing some heavy manipulation, where you are building something new from it. And so that Nightly on the promo has been doing a lot of really cool edits. I had a couple recommendations for stuff, but overall, like I just kind of said, do whatever, and I'm liking a lot of the stuff he's done so far. It's actually really cool. Timing is important. We actually me and Michael had a conversation about that earlier, where I was saying the most important part of comedy is timing. To me,
I said something else, but I don't remember what it is now.
I cannot remember either. But my thought was,
I basically said the most important part of comedy is doing the unexpected.
Oh yeah, okay. No, and that is a part, but I was saying that was just another aspect of comedy.
Which is why I put beans at the end.
No, I was saying timing was because you can take something that's not funny, and if you present it correctly and at the right time, you can make it funny. I find timing to be probably, to me, one of the more important things on things. But I'm also looking at things from a cinematic angle of like, when I'm used to doing video stuff, it's presenting the right information at the right time. Even if you're doing comedy or serious or anything, that's a very important thing. And so I feel like that might be making me bias towards that a little bit. But I always feel timing. It's because you can turn anything into comedy with the right timing.
Yes. Yeah.
Get rid of that one. That is not
what he's trying to say is editing is all. That Nightly has nothing to worry about.
No, Nightly is about doing fancy editing. But no, your cuts were good. You've never done it before.
Yeah.
It's like saying like going up to an 8-year-old and being like, wow, you rode a bike for your first time, but you're no Lance Armstrong. You better keep practicing, you little bitch.
I'm glad I'm not Lance Armstrong. He had a horrible reputation.
No, he had a good reputation
until it wasn't. And
then he messed that up pretty good. But it's
that's right, Nightly.
You can't. But being that, how much video editing have you done before?
Huh?
How much video editing have you done before?
Doesn't seem relevant.
None.
I did that video about the coffee.
Yeah, that's it, right?
I clipped a video once in VLC.
Yeah, but normally, like, if that had been your like 100th video, I'd probably be like, it's pretty good. But you've never done it before. I thought it was really good for a first try.
I'm a savant. What do you want?
Sure.
I savanted all over that thing.
PG stream. I thought it turned out good, and for those that don't know, like we had support, like there's a lot of supporters for like stream subs, and patrons had been asking about me making a coffee making video, so I recorded one last week and I put it out, and then Michael, being that he has no creative bone in his body, decided that he wanted to just take the same idea but then make it stupid
better,
and so he made coffee in a bowl with a blender. and so if you're a supporter or patron on Discord, you can watch it right now. It's on the pinned bits. Yeah, it's kind of painful, but
my coffee had Baileys in it, so
at the end,
yeah,
you didn't give me Baileys.
You didn't want any.
I know I didn't want any, but that doesn't matter.
You just wanted to taste the coffee in its purest
I wanted to know
form.
how I wanted a good comparison. You can't say, well, that black coffee's good, but this one, where I dumped a crap load of sugar in it.
Oh yeah, well, if you take two cakes and one cake has 0 sugar in it, the cake with sugar in it's going to be a better cake.
That's inverse.
What?
You're comparing coffee.
Yeah.
Cake, to make cake, needs sugar. I don't think you can raise without sugar.
I've never had coffee without sugar. Like,
I know, but then it's
enjoyed
not
it.
coffee. It's coffee with cream and sugar.
Yeah.
Cake, by definition, I'm pretty sure requires sugar. Will it raise
Well, yeah.
without sugar?
No.
Well, then you don't have a cake.
I mean, unless you make
You have a pancake.
if you use like Diet Sprite.
No, I think it's Coke. I think it's Sprite Zero. There's a specific Sprite.
Well, it's carbonation that'll make it rise, even without yeast.
But then why don't you use Mountain Dew?
You could, but who does that? That's weird.
But no, I only hear about Sprite. Why don't you use Mountain Dew? Why don't you use
Mountain Dew's
Coke?
nasty. You make a Coke cake.
You freaking make coffee in a bowl with a blender.
It was delicious.
No, it was. Did you finish the cup?
I drank a lot of it.
How about the whole bowl? You made a bowl of coffee.
Well, you got your germs in it.
Okay. I at least want to show a picture of like what this bowl looked like. There it is. That's mine. Okay.
Yeah, it's the bad coffee.
You're on my vault. Okay, so here's Michael making coffee. Yeah, he had a freaking bowl.
It's the proper way to make coffee. Is with a bowl. Look at that coffee. That's good coffee right there.
Yeah,
A bowl of coffee.
this was a coffee. You made it in a freaking bowl.
Yeah. I heated the water in the microwave.
I want to see your expression. Look at this thing. And then you broke my microwave. Yeah, there you're like
Fixed it. I stuck it back on.
Where is it when you started the blender for the first time? Okay, it's so funny. Look, wait. I saw me like, oh, this worked. So yeah, that's in the whatever support chat. I still don't know why Mike just doesn't start his own coffee shop chain. He can make millions with this technique.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
It depends. Most coffee shops are about visualizing and showing people the method of making coffee. And when they're like, do you want an espresso? And they're like, yes. And he goes, all right. And he like scuttles out to the back room and like goes and calls Starbucks.
What's an espresso and how does that happen?
What is an espresso?
Double coffee.
No.
Yes.
What is the definition of espresso? What's the difference between espresso and a cup of coffee?
It's double concentrated coffee.
No.
You lie to me.
No.
This is like the Source filmmaker all over again.
A normal cup of coffee is on ratio about maybe 1 to 15 to 1 to 16. 1 part coffee to 16 parts water. Espresso is 1 to 2. It's not double strength. It's like 8 times strength. It's not. It is actually so strong that there is no way that water can actually absorb that much. And the only way to do it is to put super fine grounds in a machine that puts 9 bars of pressure through it.
Yeah, 8 times double, same thing. Yeah, that's math. Yeah. Yeah, right.
I can't do the math there. I can't.
It's double something.
It's double. Okay. Yep, he can sell it for high prices, and for being natural product. 800 M bar
made with paper towels.
I can't remember the actual bar, but
nature trees.
Normally an espresso is the only way to make it work is that you put it to a super fine puck. So you make a you have to grind it to a very, very fine level, and you can't just grind it very, very fine. You basically have to dial it in, where you have to like play with the grind level to make it work for the extraction level that you want. So you have to get it down, and then you have to pack it down into a very, very compact puck of very, very fine ground powdered coffee. Then you put it in a machine that builds up about 9. I'm making a rough estimate, but it's about 9 bars of pressure, which is it's higher than like the pressure in your car tire. And it will put the pressure within that puck, and it will push it through, and it will get extractions around 2 to 1 to 3 to 1, or even more than that. So it basically makes a slurry of coffee. So it's a super ultra concentrated coffee. But then you take that super ultra concentrated coffee, and you mix it with like steamed milk. And a latte is basically this much coffee that normally a cup of coffee would be like this, but it's concentrated down this much with a bunch of milk. 8 times is just 2 to 3, 2 times, 3 times. It's just 2 times, 3 times. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Sure. Don't help him.
No.
My brain here is thinking about that math. I've looked up a lot of information on it because I've thought about trying espresso stuff, but to do it you need a machine that's built for high pressure stuff. I can do an AeroPress, which can hit like I would probably say maybe like 8 times. So it's probably be about half or about twice as concentrated as normal coffee would be, but I can't hit anywhere near.
What if we like fill a tire with air and water? Like just pump it up.
And then tomorrow morning we're going to do this in your car.
Well, I got a spare.
Okay. You can make coffee in your tire? Oh my god, that'd be so disgusting.
No,
it just tastes like
make it work.
You made it with paper towel, and it tastes like paper towel, and now you're like shoving a rubber tire.
It's gonna work. We're gonna make espresso. I'm going off what you said.
The tire is only, I think, 3 or 4 bars. It's not even half what's needed.
Ooh, I mean, we'll get it there.
How?
We'll just put more in than it should have and hope it doesn't explode.
Hope?
Oh, maybe we could use your bike tire. That goes up pretty high.
Do I have like maybe if I like hit like *9, it dials 911 faster for me?
It's like 911. What's the emergency? We tried making espresso.
No, I have a shortcut. I say 911 and say, "What's your emergency?" I say Michael, and it says, "We'll be there immediately." And they come out with both an ambulance, a police car, and a psychiatrist.
I mean,
because I need help.
You know, I wouldn't put it past me to try something like that because I've done crazier things. Like, I lost so much arm hair trying to cook turkey that one time.
Kyle almost lost a finger.
Yeah, but he was silly.
Kyle was funny. Like, I tell him, like, these knives are pretty sharp. And he's like, he goes, no, these aren't sharp. And he's, like, trying to play around with it and whatever. And then by the end of the night, he ended up, like, cutting his fingers so deep that he was, like, he was bitching at me that I don't have Band-Aids, but I have them now because of him.
You don't need Band-Aids. You need tape and paper towels and alcohol.
Kyle didn't want, but no, but in his defense, when I cut my finger originally, really, really deep, I actually got really angry at my roommate for very frivolous reasons because of negligence on his part that wasn't negligence on his part because my brain was just not in the right spot, so he was just doing the same thing. But yeah, he got very angry in regards, and I warned him that it was sharp, and it had nothing to do with being sharp. It was probably just slip, boop, and hit himself. But yeah, anyway.
My favorite part of that whole night was he was giving me a long speech right before he sliced open his own finger about how I was cutting things and how I was going to hurt myself. And then he ended up going to the hospital. Well, it's like, how about that?
I can hide the tail down there.
How would you want to hide it?
Because it's
He's
going
proud of it.
It's because it's clipping through wood.
That clipping, the chair's made for dragons. It's got a hole.
But there's no visible
Tails.
hole.
No.
What about the wings?
Don't need them. They're clipping anyways. Why you care?
I'm gonna fix it.
You're gonna fix it.
No. Okay.
Nobody's gonna.
We don't listen to Michael.
We do.
But anyways, we're after 8. It's Tuesday, so we usually end a little earlier. Because I had to work tomorrow. So.
It's Wednesday.
Yes. It's been a long day. So.
It's because of me, isn't it?
There's that
It's like
too.
you had to show me some filmmaker stuff.
Nonetheless, we're going to be done for today, but we'll be back Friday. I want to poke at some of the pony stuff for the next couple of days to try to build some of the other scenes, the basics behind it, so that we can start working on those. Hopefully, in the next day or two, we'll have the promo ready for the new channel, so we can actually make that public, so anybody that's not a supporter can actually watch some of the content on there. I had to talk about Nightly or meeting with him tomorrow morning to see what the possibilities are and some other questions. When the next SFM stream, it's Friday. Well, Tuesday and Friday are always going to be SFM streams. I'm never planning to change that. I am planning to add other streams potentially over time or randomly, but Tuesday and Friday, I'm never planning to change from that. So if you Tuesday, Fridays should always be the animation stuff. Pesky job's always getting in the way of getting things done. Yeah, that's. My plan right now is at the end of this summer, I'm going to look into whether or not YouTube is a potential for full-time stuff.
Don't worry, if he becomes a hobo, I'll take care of him by
I've done
scraps.
I've done the math with it, and if I were to do that right now, it's possible, but I would be taking a heavy cut. I save a lot right now, so I would be taking a big cut. But I would survive. But then it was with the potential to try to work my way back up. But I want to. There's a couple things we want to do between now and summer, and so I want to wait until those are implemented to make an accurate assessment as to whether or not it's possible. Normally, for the size of the YouTube channel that I have, it would have been something I should have done years ago, or had the potential to, but because things hit a peak and then have went down, because just over time things slow down, I'm not at that peak anymore, so that worries me. And also I want to diversify and all these other things. So there's a couple things I need to look into first. But it does make things difficult because I'm at a point where only way to get growth is by making more stuff, but I can't because I basically have a full-time job. So I'm kind of at a conundrum of which direction do I want to go. And either way it kind of sucks. So yeah, I'm working on that. So I appreciate you guys showing up and showing support, because it helps make that decision and allow us to invest in things like we want to start the podcast soon and stuff. And a lot of that's only possible because I have a separate account that's all set up for that. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Bye.
You're just saying before the end, I love the coffee mic. Fantastic reply to the other video.
Thank you.
So I had picked up a lapel mic so we could do more stuff like that, like the coffee making stuff. And it seemed like you guys actually did enjoy that. So I might invest in another one so that we can try to do more dual stuff. Problem is that is a very complicated thing the way I have it set up. It's the cheap way to do things. The easier way to do things is very expensive.
I don't know if it's easier. The cheap way is not necessarily the worst way.
No, the lapel mic in terms of quality is the best way that we did it.
Yeah.
The easiest way is a very expensive solution.
Yeah, it's wireless. You don't need wireless. You got the cell phones.
Michael doesn't care about making things look nice. He says, what if I recorded it on a security camera that's sitting in the corner of my house at 18
I was going to
feet
do it on
away?
a cell phone. Like, that was my initial plan for the coffee video, but then you had all this nice stuff.
I know. And that's the thing, is that if people want to see nice things, we can make nice looking things. Like, this actually looks nice.
Yeah, because it's lie. Like, the kitchen is not that clean.
I know, but the camera makes it look really nice.
Yes.
Like, the paint right here is wearing off and it's really frustrating.
Yeah.
These are definitely needing some cleaning.
I try to clean
But
them,
if you put the brightness up so it just blows everything out, it looks pretty.
it is pretty.
It looks, I was very happy with that. I did.
You know,
enjoy
my
it.
favorite part about that, though, is as I watch all these videos with these people with really nice kitchens, and now I realize, no, their kitchens are gross, too. It just, the camera makes it look nice.
You do your best to clean it up, but a lot of it is, we're also using this is a 1080p camera. So that was the same camera we're using now for recording that. It just was much higher lighting. Here I'm running a 650 aperture. There I was running at its bare minimum, which means it's just going to look best. But a 4K camera is going to pull out some of those details.
Well, then we never know.
No, that is the plan. If we do video podcasts, I was going to get 4K cameras.
You know how many
that's expensive.
television personalities would lose their jobs in 4K. It's just...
That's why they don't television is in 1080. The Cooking Devils. Welcome to Hell's Kitchen with guest victim Michael. No, I want to do more stuff like that, but the problem with that setup, so the way we did that mic thing was I don't have it in front of me.
It's just me.
But it was a lapel microphone that was recorded on your cell phone. And so you just sync up the audio with this from your cell phone audio to the video. If we had two of them, it would be 2 video streams. But the problem was I recorded the entire coffee video that we did earlier, and I had to redo it completely because the audio corrupted. Something in the app crashed. So the redundancy isn't very good. Well, with other methods, it's better. So there's that problem. But nonetheless, it is an option, and I do want to potentially go forward with that. So we'll see. I want to make more behind-the-scenes stuff. I want to make content that is going to be beneficial for patrons and supporters to help promote that stuff. We're getting there. But again, that's an investment, and I have enough in the account right now to handle podcast stuff, and so I'm holding off on that right now until the podcast thing is figured out. It seems to be attempting containment breach right there. He's fine. He's fine.
He's probably dead. I mean, we haven't checked on him in days. Nobody fed him.
I just touched him like a little bit ago.
Well, that's probably why he killed himself.
Nonetheless, wait till you see the results of the podcast and you can see the solidity of original material and the original models. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff planned over the next 6 months, but again, it depends on time. And we have to get the new channel stuff figured out right now. That'll be out hopefully this week. So nonetheless, I'll thank you guys for coming and supporting and helping out. I'll see you guys in 3 days,
Yes.
whatever. Have a kitty. Something I thought of the other day, a gaming channel with a hand puppet rabbit or virtual avatar. That would be really complicated. A lot of that stuff is a full-time thing. Trying to do something like that. That's how do you play a game and puppet at the same time? That would take heavy editing. So thanks for other people.
Followers.
Cheers, followers, and BVids. Thanks. Well, BVids probably isn't here anymore, but thanks for following ananyway.
Yes.
If anybody who doesn't know BVids, he's an anthologist as well. He also does a lot of other editing type content, really good content. See you guys. So everybody, thank you very much. Have a good week. See you on Friday. I have to go take a pee. So
if I forget all this stuff you taught me about Source Filmmaker Day, you will throw me out a window, right?
no, you're gonna forget it anyway. I'm just gonna teach you every week.
Remember. Promise this time. You got very upset.
I was trying to help you.
I wanted your help.
Yeah, no, you weren't. You were just like, I just want to make the pony do the thing.
I wanted your help.